Join us on an unforgettable journey to explore the spectacular natural beauty of Switzerland. Majestic snow-capped mountains, crystal-clear lakes, charming alpine villages, and some of the world's most breathtaking mountain rail journeys. Every turn reveals a new masterpiece of nature, creating memories that will last a lifetime. We board the high-speed TGV bound for Switzerland, leaving behind the elegance of Paris. The train glides effortlessly through the French countryside, at speeds exceeding 300 kilometers per hour. Outside the window, endless vineyards, rolling farmland, peaceful villages and distant hills unfold like scenes from a painting. Traveling by rail is undoubtedly one of the finest ways to experience Europe. It is comfortable, efficient, environmentally friendly, and offers uninterrupted views of landscapes that can never be appreciated from the skies. The landscape becomes greener, the villages more picturesque, and the distant alpine peaks begin to appear on the horizon. Every village seems perfectly maintained, every field carefully cultivated, reflecting Switzerland's reputation for precision, cleanliness, and harmony with nature. We travel towards one of Switzerland's most celebrated destinations, Interlaken. Its name literally means between the lakes, and as the train approaches, it quickly becomes clear why.
Our destination is the beautiful lakeside city of Lucerne. Nestled on the shores of the magnificent Lake Lucerne and surrounded by towering alpine peaks, Lucerne has long been regarded as one of Switzerland's most picturesque cities. From Lucerne, our journey continues towards the charming town of Stans, gateway to one of Switzerland's most remarkable mountain experiences. Awaiting us is the legendary Stanzerhorn, rising almost 1,900 meters above sea level. Our ascent begins aboard the historic Stanzerhorn funicular railway, first opened in 1893. As one of the oldest mountain railways in Switzerland, it still carries visitors through peaceful forests and flower-filled alpine meadows, offering magnificent views at every turn.
Where flower-filled balconies overlook grazing cattle wearing the familiar Swiss cowbells. The sound of the bells, echoing across the valleys, has become one of the most recognizable symbols of the Swiss countryside.
At the upper station, we board something truly unique, the Cabrio cable car. This extraordinary double-decker cable car is the first of its kind in the world. While passengers can relax inside the enclosed lower cabin, the upper deck is completely open to the sky, allowing visitors to experience the mountains without barriers. Standing on the open platform, with the cool alpine breeze on your face and uninterrupted 360-degree panoramic views all around, is an unforgettable experience unlike any other. As the cable car climbs steadily towards the summit, the scenery becomes ever more spectacular. Below us, emerald forests, sparkling lakes and rolling green valleys stretch into the distance, while ahead, countless snow-covered peaks dominate the horizon. From the summit of Stanzerhorn, the panorama is simply breathtaking. On a clear day, visitors can admire more than 100 kilometers of alpine scenery, including 10 beautiful lakes and countless mountain ranges extending as far as the eye can see. To soaring cable cars, emerald valleys, and breathtaking views, where spectacular lakes and majestic mountains create an awe-inspiring tableau, one is transported into a realm that feels like a living postcard. As you ascend in a cable car, the world below transforms into a patchwork of vibrant greens and shimmering blues, with the peaks of towering mountains brushing against the sky. These landscapes offer not only visual splendor but also a sense of tranquility and wonder, inviting adventurers and nature lovers alike to explore their beauty. Whether it's the gentle lapping of lake waters or the crisp mountain air, every element combines to create an unforgettable experience that leaves a lasting imprint on the soul. After descending from the mountains, our journey continues along the tranquil shores of Lake Lucerne. Unlike many lakes, Lake Lucerne is shaped by ancient glaciers, creating deep fjord-like inlets that wind gracefully between towering mountains. The brilliant blue waters perfectly reflect the surrounding peaks, while elegant paddle steamers glide peacefully across its surface, connecting picturesque lakeside villages that have existed for centuries. Whether viewed from the shore, from a boat, or through the window of a passing train, Lake Lucerne never fails to impress. Smaller and quieter than many of Switzerland's famous lakes, it is nevertheless one of its most beautiful. Surrounded by emerald hills and traditional villages, Its turquoise waters create a peaceful scene that perfectly reflects the serenity of the Swiss countryside. As the journey continues, the landscapes gradually transform once again. Mountain valleys give way to vineyards, gentle hills and charming towns before we finally approach where we start.
Now comes one of the most anticipated experiences of our entire journey, the legendary Golden Pass Express. Widely regarded as one of the world's greatest panoramic railway journeys, the Golden Pass is far more than simply traveling from one destination to another. It is a moving window into the very soul of Switzerland. As our modern panoramic train departs, enormous windows provide uninterrupted views in every direction, transforming the surrounding landscape into a living masterpiece. The railway gently winds through rolling farmland, peaceful forests and charming alpine villages, where traditional wooden chalets stand proudly beneath colorful flower boxes. Every few minutes, another unforgettable panorama appears. Soon we begin traveling alongside the crystal clear waters of Lake Breeds, whose remarkable turquoise color comes from fine glacial minerals carried by melting ice high in the mountains. Its calm waters shimmer beneath the sunlight, reflecting forests, cliffs and snow-covered peaks with astonishing clarity. The cable car begins its steady climb towards the historic Brunig Pass, an engineering achievement that has connected central Switzerland with the Bernese Oberland for well over a century. Through carefully designed tunnels, bridges and mountain curves, the railway demonstrates the extraordinary skill of Swiss engineers, who have succeeded in building railways through some of Europe's most challenging landscapes while preserving the surrounding natural beauty. Smaller and quieter than many of Switzerland's famous lakes, Lake Lungern is nevertheless one of its most beautiful. Surrounded by emerald hills and traditional villages, its turquoise waters create a peaceful scene that perfectly reflects the serenity of the Swiss countryside. Palm trees line its lakeside promenade, colorful gardens flourish throughout the town, and the sparkling waters of Lake Geneva stretch towards the distant French Alps. It is easy to understand why so many famous visitors, including Charlie Chaplin and Freddie Mercury, chose to make this beautiful lakeside town their home. As our train continues beside the shores of Lake Geneva, we are reminded once more that Switzerland offers far more than spectacular mountains. It is a country where every journey becomes an experience. Every railway reveals another masterpiece. Every lake reflects another unforgettable landscape. Every village tells another story. And perhaps nowhere else in the world does nature and human ingenuity exist together in such perfect harmony.
Embarking on a river cruise from Lucerne to Montreux offers a picturesque journey through the heart of Switzerland, allowing travelers to witness the country's stunning landscapes from a unique vantage point. As you glide along the serene waters, you'll be treated to panoramic views of the majestic Swiss Alps, lush vineyards, and charming villages that dot the shoreline. This scenic route takes you across Lake Lucerne and along the River Aar, offering stops at enchanting towns like Interlaken and Thun, where you can explore local cultures and sample Swiss delicacies. The cruise culminates in Montreux, renowned for its vibrant music scene and the stunning Chalon Castle. Whether you're a nature enthusiast or a culture aficionado, this river cruise promises an unforgettable experience that captures the essence of Switzerland's beauty and charm. We also witnessed a Grand Envolée and the Freddie Mercury statue, two remarkable artistic installations that captivate visitors along the scenic lakeside in Montreux, Switzerland before our lake cruise. A Grand Envolée, French for the Great Soar, symbolizes the liberation and aspiration inherent in human nature, often represented through dynamic, soaring shapes that suggest movement and freedom. Meanwhile, the statue of Freddie Mercury, unveiled in 1996, stands as a homage to the legendary frontman of Queen, who had a deep connection with Montreux. The statue captures Mercury in a powerful pose, microphone held high, embodying his charismatic stage presence. Together, these two attractions celebrate both the ethereal beauty of art and the enduring legacy of music, inviting visitors to reflect on the transcendent power of creativity amid the breathtaking backdrop of Lake Geneva.
As our unforgettable journey through Switzerland draws to a close, we arrive back in the country's charming capital, Bern. Unlike many European capitals that have been transformed by rapid modern development, Bern has carefully preserved its medieval character. In recognition of its exceptional historical significance, the city's old town was designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1983. One of Bern's most impressive landmarks is the magnificent Bundeshaus, the Swiss Federal Parliament building. Standing before the Parliament building, visitors are greeted by the lively Federal Square, where children play among the water fountains and people from every corner of the world gather to admire one of Europe's most approachable centers of government. Among Bern's most celebrated landmarks stands the magnificent Zeitblogger, the city's famous astronomical clock tower. Constructed in the early 13th century, It originally served as one of Bern's western gates before becoming a prison, a watchtower, and eventually the city's official clock. Every hour, visitors gather to witness its fascinating mechanical performance. Moments before the clock strikes, colorful medieval figures come to life. Roosters crow, bears march in procession, jesters perform, and Cronus, the ancient figure representing time, turns his hourglass, delighting audiences just as he has for centuries. As we continue exploring, elegant Renaissance fountains appear throughout the old town. Dating back to the 16th century, these colorful fountains were once essential sources of fresh drinking water. No visit to Bern would be complete without acknowledging the city's enduring symbol, the bear. According to legend, the city's founder vowed to name his new settlement after the first animal encountered during a hunting expedition. That animal was a bear, giving Bern both its name and its famous emblem. Today, visitors can see Bern's bears in the beautifully designed Bear Park, located beside the River Aare, where these magnificent animals live in spacious natural surroundings overlooking the historic city. Our Swiss adventure comes to an end. We reflect upon everything we have experienced. The memories created along the way will remain with us forever. As we leave this extraordinary country behind, we take home far more than photographs and videos. We carry with us unforgettable experiences, lasting friendships, and a renewed appreciation for one of the world's most beautiful destinations.